Peace to the gods and earth, it's the God-born Bill Universal, transmitting supreme sounds on earth and the universe. And this is iGod TV. And you know we back in the building with the big Augie.
Augie.
Yeah. Shout out to the family, shout out to the people. You know what I'm saying? Thank everybody for being in the building. Once again, Augie and the Augie Belly. You know, we had to tap back in with y'all, man, with some information, you know, and just a few discussions that we wanted to talk about, you know, and a few things going on. You already know how we do it when we come in this space, man, you know, strictly facts, diving directly into the matrix. But before we get started, what up with your big Augie? How you feeling?
Hey, man, come on, man. You know I'm Augie at all times. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with what I can deal with and solving the mysteries of what I thought I couldn't deal with. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's right, God. That's right, man. You know what I mean? And you know, speaking of that, man, it's a couple. You know, we don't just started on that note, man. But you know, the few disturbing things went on recently. You know what I'm saying? And we just felt like we wanted to come in, man, and tap in with people, and you know, discuss it, and you know, see what people think and give what we think about the situations, man. And you know, how we should move, you know, accordingly, you know, from here on. You know what I mean? So did Augie discover something the other day, man, that he wanted to talk to us about, man? What you got for us, Augie?
Hey, man, it's kind of disturbing. It's an incident that everybody that by now came across. It's the Shanquella Robinson thing. You know what I'm saying? And peace to her and her family. And you know,
yes.
And I hope everybody that was involved with that come into justice. You know what I'm saying? And get, you know, because that was dead wrong. But it talks about something that we've been talking about on a wider scale.
Okay. You know break it down for us. Break it down for us, Augie. How the whole situation go down, man, from how you see it.
All right, from how I see it, from my perspective, you know, young lady goes out on, you know, the Mexico birthday party, you know, her and her friends that had put the trip together, you know what I'm saying? Boom.
A girl's trip or whatever.
Yeah, a little girl's trip. But you know, obviously, you know what I'm saying? It was a guy involved. We come to find out.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's say a group of friends, they go, you know, they plan a trip, you know, for somebody's birthday. Whose birthday? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it was a birthday thing. So they get down here to Mexico, and not 24 hours, you know what I'm saying? They're in the country, right? This young lady passes away.
Oh,
they ain't even
man.
There a day. They ain't even there a day. Now, you know, the initial story that was told by the friends when they came back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was she got alcohol poisoning, and you know, she basically drank too much and died.
Wow.
Right?
On the first night.
On the first night. That was the initial story. Right?
Okay.
Come to find out, that was a farce. You know what I'm saying? That was a farce. Because
so the initial story of them just partying and getting drunk and something happening, they debunked that immediately.
Well, yeah, that was a bold-faced lie due to the autopsy.
Oh.
The autopsy showed that she had been severely beaten and, you know, broke her spine, and it was bad.
Wow.
It was bad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can go directly right there on the internet right now. It's a big thing, and they getting real, you know, real direct
in depth with it.
Yeah, man. But
wow.
So now the worst part about it is they just left the girl, man.
Left her down there?
Yeah, they just left her down there and came back, and this was the story, you know, with the initial story.
Yeah.
The maid actually found her there dead and reported it. They didn't report it, they just bounced on it.
Wow.
Yeah. And what's so crazy about that part is I was watching the Charlotte news because she's living in Charlotte.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And you can go check this out on the internet. And they had the FBI try to launch an investigation, but being in Mexico, they don't have any jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So right. So they do some, the TV station does some investigative reporting, their
Uh-huh.
news.
Of
And
course.
come to find out, it's a video that came up, right?
Yeah.
Uh, a naked Miss Robinson
Uh-huh.
and another chick just like beating on her. And the cameraman, and I say man, he's a oh man, I don't even want yeah, he's a wild boy. I hope he get everything that's coming to him, whoever this dude is.
Yeah.
He gonna ask her, ain't she gonna fight her back? And guess what Chandra said?
What?
No. He said, can't you even fight her back? He said, no. And this girl is whooping on her. She butt naked.
Wow.
Chandra chick. The other chick is fully clothed. This dude is filming it.
So what? She pretty much what? So what? Someone walks in on her with a guy, or what do you think? What do you think from what you're seeing in the video of like how did the fight even start, do you think?
I mean,
Of course it's just
man,
of course it's just speculation, but just from what you saw, what do you think? Do you think it seemed like a situation where a girl caught somebody sleeping with somebody to which that's what they were fighting, or that's why she would? I mean, because what would make you say no? I can't fight her back. You know what I mean? Did you feel like you were in the wrong, or?
No, man. From the vantage point, I'm being just an objective, just looking at it objectively. I can't even really put a scenario on that, bro. You know what I mean? It was just weird.
Wow.
It was weird. It was weird that these two chicks is fighting. One is naked and one is not naked, and this dude is filming it.
Right.
I can't even put my mind around that first. You know what I'm saying? He filming this.
Right. That just makes me feel. That just makes me feel like. That just makes me feel like that. Shorty might have walked in on him and her. You know what I'm saying? And he go to film it thinking it's just gonna be a regular fight, and then Shorty end up just putting the boots to her or something. Maybe I don't know.
Man, hey, whatever it was, if that's what the young people is doing nowadays, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, instead of trying to break these girls up, you filming.
Yeah.
You's a sucker. That's some super sucker shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Excuse my language, but that's,
it is.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just saying that's just a man and a human being, whatever the case may be. Your first thing is to film this shit.
Right.
Y'all in Mexico, you know what I mean? Y'all supposed to be kicking it, and it's day one. It's day one. I mean, all right, so day one, bro. Okay, so you gotta remember she ain't make it past 24 hours.
Yeah.
So all this is on from the time motherfuckers that touchdown got into they was in a room. So the time they got into that room,
right.
Who knows what was going on? She might have been in the shower, just talking smack. It could have been a whole bunch of shit.
Right.
But this sucker ass dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just filming it. You just filming it, not breaking it up. You know what I mean? Right. Or doing anything about the altercation.
But you thinking about probably because the girl is naked. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt of that. But dude, you filming this shit?
Right.
And you see it, and then then the shit get out of control, and now y'all just bounce.
Yeah, just leaving her after that, not even reporting it or calling the ambulances or nothing. That's a little
shit.
Yeah, it
that's
is,
cold
man.
Shit, bro.
And that reminds me of something that reminds me of something Gilly the Kid was saying about people just wanting to pull out cameras. It's like instead of doing anything about anything, they just want to capture it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like, what's the capturing even doing? It might help us capture the people who did it later on or just whatever, but and I'm not saying be a superhero or any of that type of shit, but if there's something you could do about it, especially like just a fight or something like that, if you can just break it up, put the phone back in your pocket and break it up, man.
Come on, man. Everybody want a world star moment. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
crazy.
Everybody wanna document somebody else's misery for their enjoyment and pleasure. That's trauma. It's trauma. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
But then we gonna segue that. And once again, peace to Miss Robinson and her family. I
yeah.
seen a
Peace to everybody
heartbreaking
involved, man. You
man.
know,
You
prayers.
know what I mean? I seen a pops on an interview, man. It was hard. It was heartbreaking, man. You know what I mean? And
Right.
he said it out of his own mouth. She wasn't no fighter. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So she probably didn't even start the altercation.
No, man. And
Right.
coming out. So once again though, it's another one. It's another young lady who could have had the next president, the next scientist, the next. It's a lot of lives that's gonna be lost.
Yeah, it
And I
is because
guarantee you,
that means
most
no
of it's
children.
unrelated.
That means no children if she didn't have any. Graduations and
She
birthdays and
did.
the holidays coming up. All these things people were looking forward to. They won't get to enjoy with this person now. You know what I mean? And it's sad. We all know it's a part of life, man. But some situations make it seem like it's untimely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just one of them situations right there, man. So definitely prayers to everybody, man. You know what I mean? And like you were saying, man, that kind of just also segues into the point of people using the cameras and these people on the internet just wanting to be private, just wanting to be their own independent investigators, man. It's like,
yeah, man.
Y'all ain't, these internet Matlocks out here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't understand what y'all thinking y'all doing or what you discovering or if you even know these people that you putting their faces and names on the internet, accusing them of serious accusations, not just, hey, someone writes his raps. No, we're talking about serious crimes and things that people can lose their life for. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I just don't get this whole wave of internet Matlocks, man, where everybody just wants to sit back and watch everybody try to just solve these crimes. Like these dudes are trained. The same way like you rappers are running around with this. The same way you rappers running around with this fake security. The fake security is the same way these fake investigators is on YouTube. People thinking they out here solving cases. You know what I mean? I don't know, Aggie. What you thinking, man? Because I know you seeing it just like me, man.
Hey. And not only that, what's crazy about that is half these cats is making these observations and be there
upon speculation, based on speculation.
Based on speculation, but some of these cats, like it's like your boy Dolf said, some cats they pulling out phones just to say they was there and shit.
Yeah.
No, I think that was Sub-Zero that said that. Cats pulling out phones just to, you know what I mean? And like you pulling out a phone, bro. Just you know what I mean? That's girl stuff. That's girly.
It
you know
is,
what I mean?
Man.
You trying to? Who was you? Ed Reasoner. Harry Reasoner, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on, man.
Right. Who you sending this to, bro? Right to your social media, man. That's so lame.
Right.
That's so lame, man. You trying to you somebody over here in a real life altercation, and all you can think about is likes and shares, man. That's wild. You know what I'm saying?
And but then once again, that segues back to the Cabo incident with the young lady, this punk ass dude, and then he gonna ask her a question. Like, come on, man.
Why ain't you fighting her back? Yeah. And if she's helpless, if she's helpless, break it up. As the man in a situation, you got to get in between that.
And the girl said no.
And what was the chick saying? What was the other girl saying? Nothing, just swinging.
Nothing, just banging on her, just banging her out.
Man, yeah, that's
crazy.
Know what I'm saying? Man. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that we ain't got no more empathy, no more compassion, just for the people that look like us. You know what I'm saying? I bet you if it was one of them, and they was getting swarmed by some dudes, Okay, yeah, cats gonna pull out their phones, but I bet you when the police come, I bet you they get the chirping
Right.
because they
Yeah.
don't want to see. They don't want to see. They don't mind seeing us get hurt.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
they
And you
hate
know
to
what? We've
see
been seeing a lot of
anybody
that.
other than us get hurt.
We've been seeing a
That's
lot of that
crazy,
in a
man.
lot of these deaths and a lot of things that's been going on. It's on camera. There's people around, but no one doing nothing about it. You know what I mean? And
No,
that's one of the
no,
saddest parts about it, especially if someone end up losing their life from it. It's like, no one tried
no
to
more
put an end to
mediators.
it at all. It's a sad case. It
Right.
definitely is, man. And
I mean,
on another note, with these with these internet Matlocks, man, it's like, look, man, y'all, a lot of y'all might really do your research and go download court files and things like that and other little stuff like that, man. But it's like y'all don't know these names, and these people have families, man. And even the dudes y'all convicting of things, they have families too that still live in these towns. They have to move around in these towns, man. You know what I mean? And you just sitting at home in another state or even another country, because some of them are even in other countries doing it.
oh yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And it's like you
That's it.
you
That's the
got no
worst.
attachment
That's the
to it.
worst one.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
worst one.
Come on, man.
That's the
You
worst
come
one,
on,
man.
man. And
That's the worst
one
one.
of the most popular ones too, which is the crazy part, because
I
it's
mean,
like,
well,
yeah,
this is somebody else's interpretation of what they seeing that's new to them. That they
yeah,
wish they want to be a part of the Babylon. So they ain't inside walking, breathing this shit every day. You know what I
right,
mean? They over there where, it's they ain't got what we got, but they close.
right.
They have to be a civilized society or it's stringent penalties. You know what I'm saying? And here it's a little bit more lenient. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, to say the least. That's why, it's the land of milk and honey.
Right, right.
Hey,
And I wanted to ask you, man,
especially
I wanted to ask you, man, have you been checking out any of these new there's been some new it's been some new things popping up about the whole young Dolph crime. You know what I'm saying?
oh, now
When you're
it's
seeing how this
murmurs.
is all, when you start to see how this is all tied in, man, look, and once again, like we said on the last pod, we not here to solve no crimes. That's not what we doing. We just
Mm-mm.
discussing certain stuff. But anybody involved or whatever was going on, just prayers to everybody. We ain't trying to point no one out nothing. But on this case, it's everywhere, and we're seeing it. And now now that we look at it, it started out as just one death, and now as it carries on, we starting to see how it's so tied into so many people. You know what I mean? And it's like, it really makes you think, because when the girl down in Houston got killed in the car, everyone looked at it like that was another independent situation. Then you come to
Right.
find out that's the daughter of the guy who put the whole murder together to get Dolph. You know what I mean? And which is the uncle of one of the kids who was part of the shooting. So
You
it's like one
understand?
whole family. And even these dudes that you see and now going to jail and getting arrested, these are older dudes, man. So it's just got me thinking like this has to be a situation of dudes that Dolph grew up with, and or just dudes in the
Mm-hmm.
city around that same age. What you think, Augie?
I mean, yeah, I would have to agree with that. And then, you never know who you really rolling with. You gotta be careful who you rolling with, especially when you get to the level of what these guys was at. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah,
it don't help. It don't help when you flashing your money, you know what I'm saying, and you throwing it in folks' faces, and cats even on your team ain't living a quarter of as nice as you are. You know
right.
what I mean?
Yep,
And they so called a part of your establishment. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
This security. You know what I'm saying? That I only need when the times is up. I'll give you 1,000 right now. But what he gonna do when you don't need it? You know what I mean? Does he have a position in the company? You know what I mean? Is he getting the W-2? I mean, I'm just saying, are you doing legitimate business with this man? But
right.
and then what it say? Jealousy breeds contempt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean? So
Exactly.
you could have grew up with these cats and all that, and you can take them on tour with you, but you ain't gonna give them 20,000. You know what I mean? You gonna
Yeah.
give them a couple thousand, throw around a strip club. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You go, yeah. And it's it's cats. I mean,
Let them open up for your artists, things like that. Yeah.
yeah, so they can get their own bread. I mean, but I don't know what the guy was doing, so that's speculation on my part.
Right.
But
Right. We
obviously,
just looking at it. We just looking at it as, Young Dolph being an independent label himself, how he probably was moving. He probably, it probably because the one kid who was who was suspected as a shooter, he was a known rapper, a known artist, So
right.
and we've seen
So
him in pictures with him too. So, like you said, y'all was around and y'all definitely probably did shows. Y'all probably opened up for these dudes a bunch of times, you know. But a bunch of things probably happened in the midst of that we'll never know, or maybe it might all come out in the court cases. But I don't know. It's just another sad case, really, if you think about it. And a girl died. Dolph ain't here, you know.
and and the speculation that Dolph's wife had knowledge, foreknowledge of these things about to transpire.
Yeah, and
From what from
that's
what
a
I'm
whole nother
gathering.
thing too. That's a whole nother thing too, man. It's like, you know what, man, that's a tough thing to try to report or just try to even, you know what I mean? Because if anybody know
Yeah,
Dolph, they
man.
know how Dolph loved his wife and he loved his son, Trey, that
Yeah.
it was in all his music, it was all his everything, and it's like, that's the whole thing about these internet Matlocks, man. It's like, you bring it out, you talk about this man's wife, even if it's true or if it's not true, man. You know what I'm saying? If Dolph was
Yeah.
around, man, his wife would be the last thing you would ever speak about. You know what I mean? It's like just
Right.
fam, and if you're looking at the legacy of somebody who knows what, like we said, you missing opportunities that we were looking forward to this person doing for us as a people and probably for his family that won't get to happen
That's right.
now. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing from the whole situation we should get from it. You know what I mean? It's like
And
we losing people before they even feel like their work is done. You know what I mean?
hey, no, man, definitely throw the bomb on that. Hey, and here's the real thing. If you are a street person, you got a set of rules. Go by them rules. But everybody ain't street people. And those who are civilians, your only recourse is to call the authorities and do things in that realm. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's too many. Everybody ain't street people. You know what I'm saying? Grandmas, they ain't trying to be messing with that foolishness. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Big auntie, older people.
Right.
Older people want to be in peace. You know what I mean? They don't want to have to be jumping in tubs and hitting the floor. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't walk outside. They can't, walk down the street and you got all these young cats that look the same. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell one from the other. And all I'm saying is we ain't got no more originality. Everybody doing the same thing on the same vibe. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And this
Yep.
vibe is destructive right now. This is destructive frequency.
It sure is.
And it doesn't make any sense. And
No.
and I'm not getting jumping on no soapbox in that like that, but
Right.
this is evident. This is
Mm-hmm.
evident. And when you try to correct, as an elder, yeah, like come on, young blood, you know what I'm saying, or young cuz or whatever, however you address them, you met with resistance like they your age.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because you're not coming at them as an elder who was experienced. You come at them like a buddy that want to go, that want to buy some wine.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
And it's we done lost the connection of the elder uh uh pupil. You know what I'm saying? Saying
Yeah.
being a pupil, that's the inside of your eye. That's the part that takes in the light.
Right.
See, a pupil, also known as a student, you know what I mean? You're gonna be a
Right.
student of the game we all students until we leave here. Because we always learning something. So,
Right.
they're not, we need more pupils. We need
Right.
more people to take the light in. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The younger people, because once again, the greatest love of all, I believe the children are our future. Teach them
Mm-hmm.
well and let them lead the way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if they're rebuking this teaching, You know what I mean?
Right.
How we gonna get them back? And if they out of control, what the civilians gonna do? What grandma gonna do? I know you out
Exactly.
there, riding, slipping, and sliding, but what about your girl? You don't care about grandma. You don't care about baby cuz, or he already in the gig, huh? You know what I'm saying? You grooming
Right.
him. See what I'm saying? This destructive cycle is not gonna get us nothing but looked at as we are, and then eventually hunted down.
That's right. That's
I'm
right,
just
man.
saying,
That's right. And
eventually
it's
hunted
like
down,
what you
man.
was just to segue off what you were saying. I mean, to add on to what you were saying, man, with the way you give what you're supposed to give to the pupil is that wisdom through your experience. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Facts.
you see the
That's
young
that
boy
light.
doing the same stuff that you might have had done or seen as you being that same age. That's when you're supposed to give the
Mm-hmm.
experience of, hey, this is the outcome of where that goes. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Let me
That's
show
right.
you something else. Let me show you something else that I learned to do instead of this. You know what I mean? And that's where you're supposed to come
No
with it
doubt.
when you adding on and when when you have that pupil, when you have them kids around, you got to give them that
Facts.
experience, man. Teach them off
Facts.
experience.
Hey, hey, on some locks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
You sit
word,
up high
word.
on some locks. You gotta get on your locks. You know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah, you
live
do.
off experience. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
But
fact.
a piece to the locks. You know what I mean?
Word.
Hopefully one day we'll have one of them cats on. You know
You
what I'm
know what
saying? For
I
one of
mean?
these great conversations. I just put it
Factual.
in the air. I just put it
Factual.
in the air right there. So
Factual.
hey, they gonna be on the Augie and the Agaveli. You know what I'm saying? Get boy. You know what I'm saying? They gonna break the matrix down with us one day.
You know
One
what I
day.
mean?
You dig? I just put it out there. But on the real, what I was to say was, yeah, people. Oh, yeah, the wisdom that we try to impose on them from our experience is that light. It's like I'm gonna put it in video game form for us. So everybody understand the video game.
Right.
You on one of the video games, right? And you going
Mm-hmm.
to the next level. And at the next level, they telling you what's going to be on this level due to how far you got in this game so far. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have
Right.
one of them little avatar cats be like, yeah, you made it this far, but it's gonna get crazier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, beware the pitfalls of this, that, and the third. And then you go ahead, because you only got one man in this video game. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
Speak
people
on
ain't
that.
cognitive.
Speak on
People
that.
ain't these people ain't cognitive of that. You know what I'm saying? But, looking at it like that, it's gonna be people coming in and out your life, you know what I'm saying? That is gonna give you energies that can either make or break you, depending on the journey you going on.
Fact.
Because if you don't know you don't control your brain. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
if and your and what's your party? Your antenna, right?
Uh-huh.
Your antenna, you know what I'm saying? Your antenna is gonna lead you to that good food, or it's gonna lead you to the danger zone. But your body will know better for you. You know what I mean? Your soul, if you got one. Because now that's a whole nother topic. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's a whole nother question of who controls your
That's a whole
soul.
other
That might
topic.
go, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
We
man.
ain't
You know
got to
what I'm
that. We
saying?
ain't got to that level of Agaveliism yet.
Nah,
You know what I mean? We got to
I'm
who
just
controls your
saying.
brain first. But yeah, do you see what the
Yeah,
Agi is?
that's that one. Step one is that. You know what I'm saying? You going into pivotal questions that you know what I'm saying. If you really, really, really want to get into the psychology of you got to ask yourself these hard questions.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And if
That's right.
you can answer them, honestly and walk with your head up in this three-dimensional, you know what I'm saying, illusion. Hey, salute. You know what I'm saying?
That's
More
right.
obvious to you.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean?
Because that's what we all
But if you
working on.
can't,
That's what we all working
if you
on is to
can't,
keep moving through this matrix.
Because if you can't, then yeah, you better find your puppet master. You better find your handler. You know what I'm saying? Because the mission ain't going how it's supposed to for you, man.
Yeah, it's a state of emergency. If not, it's a
Man,
state of emergency. You know what I mean?
hey man, you can be collateral damage. Don't be collateral damage out here, man.
Right.
Don't be collateral damage. You know what I mean?
That's fact.
Because it's crazy, man. It's like you watch all this, and they calling this hip hop, and that's what's I ain't gonna lie on the low. That's what's really steaming me. And for everybody that's trying to perpetrate the fraud, this is not hip hop. This is not what it was built on. This is not the principles. You know what I'm saying? Content doesn't make the whole genre. You know what I mean? There's different sectors. And what's going on is what's making the most money is the deaf sector. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Give some of these cats the life sector. The J. Cole's, the cats that speaking life music. The Kendricks, and what I'm saying? I think my man JID, shoot, B.O.B., you know what I'm saying? Anybody, Lupe, you know what I mean? Anybody that's trying to bring positive messages, man. Because it ain't all about the BS, man. Right. And that's for real stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to keep it as simple as possibly can, because I really want to tear the
because you can't be running up under the hip hop flag with this type of with these type of actions, man.
Yeah, these shenanigans, man. These shenanigans. You know what I mean?
Don't put this on hip hop's jacket. Don't put this on hip hop. Don't put that mustard on our jacket, man.
No matter how much bread, no matter how much money is involved. You know what I mean? Hip hop is bigger than money.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Hip hop is bigger than money. So quit having these folks blame stuff on hip hop, because that's you really disrespecting. You know what I'm saying? Something that is worldwide and is now your reality. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I just want I just want to say that.
Yeah, because it is everybody's reality. You go to Japan, you go all over, the hip hop clothing, the dress, everything they're doing, and everything they're looking at comes from the culture, man. But the thing is, they don't give us the value for doing it because of the way they see we treat ourselves, So this will, like me and Aggie said before, man, for 2023, we got to go and we got to think about uplifting. You know what I mean? And even if it's somebody that you can't get along with everybody, the positive route with that is to just keep your distance, If it's different if it's different cells and different atoms and molecules that can't get along, they keep their distance.
Think of it like two magnets. Everybody a magnet, but if the one magnet is turned around, y'all gonna repel each other. Exactly. So when y'all repel each other, let the natural flow of what's gonna go. You know what I mean? You can't attract to what you don't want to be attracted to. You know what I mean? In a positive manner.
Right. But, and when that happens, in the words of EPMD, KIM. Keep it moving.
Keep it moving, baby.
Yo.
You gotta keep it moving.
If it ain't working out energetically and you ain't feeling it energetically, KIM. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Hey, or kinetics in motion. You know what I'm saying? Get your kinetic, you know what I'm saying, in motion. You know what I'm saying? See what it is for what it is. And then, you don't want to be in a lion's den and you looking like fool. Right. And you got the door right there.
Right.
Extra stage left, baby. Just like on some snaggle push shit. You dig? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I had to take it back real quick.
Yo, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like add on, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's subjective, keep it subjective, you know what I mean? And everything that you can control, man, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you master it, you know what I mean? And the things you can't control, keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? And that's the only way to begin your journey to peace, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the Aggie and the Agavelli, we touched down, you know what I mean? To pass around, you know what I mean? To spread the good news of, bringing peace to yourself, man, and just letting things be as they be, you know what I mean? And create what you can create, you know what I mean? And that's really just the vibe of it, man. And there's too many just mishaps and misunderstandings with us that lead to demise and imprisonment and just depression anxiety and PTSD, all kind of things, you know what I mean? All kind of levels that it all ends up boiling down to, you know what I mean? So us as the family, as the Agavellians, man, you know, we see we the most powerful. We see that we the most influential. You know what I mean? We see that we the most connected. We see we the most connected to the universe and to the all and to the everything. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But it's
I mean,
time for us to take our claim of it, man. You know what I mean? And own it.
that's right.
And not just
That's
watch from the
right.
sideline and stay in the background. You know what I mean?
That's
And
right.
not make no moves or not be influential on the level that we know we should be. You feel me, Augie?
That's right. That's right. And you gotta embrace your greatness. You know what I mean? No matter what's going on, all these things is going on, and the reason why we report on them and the way we do is not to spotlight what's going on. It's to spotlight this energy that's pervading our whole thing, man. You know what I mean? Our whole reality that as they showing us is us dying senselessly. Us, millionaires is dying now at bowling alleys.
Right.
I'm just saying. I mean, cats ain't at the Four Seasons in the shootout. You know what I mean? Cats ain't going out. You know what I mean? Cats ain't booked 5-story, 5 floors of the Four Seasons for their party.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other people do that. You know what I mean? And Beastie Boys and they throw stuff out of windows and stuff. You'll hear about it briefly. They didn't pay for it, and it was all access shenanigans. You know.
Yeah.
But wasn't nobody dying.
No.
Wasn't nobody dying on Cat's watch. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Jimi Hendrix caught a guitar on fire, but that didn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like antics is antics. But the antics bleeding over into real life situations and things, man, we got to put an end to, man. And that ain't just about the entertainment. Man. It's happening in our neighborhoods every day at dice games, you know what I mean? At cookouts, at all kind of other situations, you know what I mean? At the grocery store. We just had a situation where there was a shootout at the grocery store, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Outside, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, this whole situation of just these misunderstandings that really at the end of the day, no one would want to lose their life for, you know what I mean? We got to start realizing that, man, and just not look at it of how the influencers tell us that it's a do or die situation on every level. Every level of it ain't do or die. You know what I mean? And that's definitely one of the messages we want to get across,
And speaking and the add on, matter of fact, multiply with that, bro. This is not a game out here. You know what I mean?
At all.
Art ain't imitating life. This every day ain't. Come on, man. This is not
right.
I can't impress enough that if you got children, look at them babies and think about where they're gonna be in 20 years. And what you gonna do to make them the best them they can be in the situation that we in.
That's right.
Now, then you gotta think, am I adding on to the situation that we in? Or am I seeing shit from this is crazy.
Right. Like you told him before, Augie. Like you told him before, it's four ways. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. You know what I'm saying? Give it
Come
to
on,
him.
Man.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, just like you can go up, you can go down, you can go left, you can go right. Same principle. But come on, man. When we're dealing with this mathematics, you gotta deal with your best part. That's your seed. That's the understanding. You gotta give them the understanding so they have a chance to understand for themselves at one point. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's always a cycle. You always learning. You always gotta, we can't live in trauma survival mode forever, man. Right. We can't get prosperous like that. You always looking around, scared of your own people. You know what I mean? Can't trust your own people. Your own people do you wrong faster than the next person, but then we train to diss the next person. So now you alone in a bubble, just scared and traumatized, and you gonna trust nobody, and you tight. You know what I'm saying? And you'll kill for nothing. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
And then what's that going? Where that's going to take you? Grave or Buck Rogers? You'll be meeting Buck Rogers. That's that's it. That's that life. You know what I mean? You in the
Yeah.
25th century.
It's
You
facts.
ain't finna live from the 21st to the 25th century.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
And that just makes me think, man, sitting there listening to you, kick the wisdom, man. It just had me thinking, like, one thing that people don't even realize, man, is this is one of the reasons why they calculated the sunrise and the nighttime, and it was kind of
mm,
like a death of the sun, and then the sun would be resurrected the next day. You know what I mean? So
right.
if you really do the knowledge on that, man, it's like every time a day you rest your head and then you wake back up, that's the reset button.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time you raise your head back up after that 4, 5, 6, whatever hours of sleep, you know what I'm saying? And to you, it's the new day or it's the next day. You know what I mean? That's the reset button. You know what I mean? That's
Mm-hmm.
a chance. That's another chance for everything that happened yesterday or everything that went on to either be fixed or keep it moving. You know what I mean? Or, okay, that's
That's
done.
right.
I move forward. You know what I mean? It's the time to correct anything and everything that you can. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you really think about it, you have like a series of these resets, which we call life and every day in your age, and then one day the reset button don't hit.
Yeah,
And then the
yeah.
resets are over. You know what I mean? So then you look at it as one life. You look at it as one life, but if you break down someone's age and multiply that by 365 days, then you'll see exactly how many lives you already lived, how many times you reset it through
Ooh,
your whole life.
Froggy.
Motherfucker
That's
lived, motherfucker lived, somebody, excuse my language,
mm,
somebody lived 80 years, you might have had 3,000 resets, 4,000
mm.
resets.
Right, right, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like, what we really looking
yeah.
at? We really looking at one life, or is we looking at a million chances, you know what I mean?
Ooh,
Before the last chance,
ooh. Yeah, man.
It's crazy science,
Yeah,
man,
man.
and we don't want to really get too deep on that level on this one, man. But I'm just saying, like, we
That's
got to
the
look at this
that's
as more than what it is, and what life is more than what it is, and
yeah, man.
the opportunity we get by just being able to wake up the next day. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
opportunity. It's a huge opportunity to do anything to change what you feel like you want to change, man, that you can change. There's certain things that you're going to have to wait for. That's why time exists, you know? But the things that you can
Right.
capture, the things you can capture in that day, try to get them accomplished. And then that creates a pattern of you daily getting something new accomplished. You know what I mean? And
That's
see where
right.
that gets you,
That's
man. You
right.
know what I mean? And once again, it's Born Bill Universal, transmitting supreme sounds of Earth and the universe. We in the house with the big Augie.
Augie.
You already know, man. We want to thank everybody once again for coming, chopping it up with us. You already know how I go. We talking straight into the matrix, deciphering it, breaking it down. Make sure you liking and subscribing. Thanks to everybody that has subscribed and liked. You know what I mean? We appreciate all the viewers and everybody that's been showing us the support, man. We really do, man. We working hard and we trying to come up with the best material, the best positive material we can give to the family. You know what I mean? We don't want to
That's
go none
right.
of those
That's
routes.
right.
We want to keep it somewhere where you can sit down, have a discussion around anybody, and not care who's around, young or old, and really so that way we can see on every level, the psychology and where everyone's
What
at
we
right
really
now, because that's
talking
what we
about?
need. It's time to synthesize, man,
Mm-hmm.
and bridge those gaps on every level, in the generation Z, X, all the levels that's still out here. We all need to synthesize back together, man, and get the energy flowing how it should be, man. You know what I mean? So I just want to say thanks
No
again,
doubt.
Board Build Universal. What you want to say, Augie, before we get out of here?
Hey man, you said it all. Hey, peace and love to all the Augies of the universe. And once again, the most positive podcast on the internet, coming from a perspective of just social commentary to try to get us, what I'm saying, where we supposed to be.
That's right, God.
Augie, you
That's
know.
right. That's right. Yes. Once again, want to thank everybody for came in, tapped in.
Mm-hmm.
You like and subscribe. Thanks to the family. Peace.
Peace.